We didn't need the druid anyway.
That was long enough an interruption. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's understandable. Hopefully everything is all right.
I'm hearing everyone a lot better.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Good job, Dark. Holding the team together. Okay, so the call restart. So there's that. You had mentioned that you wanted to find some information, and we can go ahead and lead into you folks getting information through Sheeps. Great Goldworm 6. The party is able to get in touch with a veteran adventurer, a paladin, who had attempted the Living Dungeon of Creel. I have mistaken the name with these fucking fantasy names I've conjured. I can't keep any of them straight.
Oh, I lose track of my ones as well.
It's a good thing that Lord Tempus is giving us all this money to save Arden for.
Shut up, I'd called Lord Teraptus Lord Tempus.
Yes, I noticed that one. I just let that fucking slide. When I read that, I'm like, nope, slide. You know, Tempus is not a lord. This would be hilarious if it suddenly turned out.
Yes. He's able to offer you some basic information. He's attempted the dungeon before with a group. For starters, the Living Dungeon, and Living Dungeons in general, they are, for lack of a better word, dungeons which are alive. They start from very deep within the ground, the Underdark, essentially, and they burrow their way towards the surface. Adventuring groups attempt to deal with these living dungeons before they make it to the surface, and back before the dwarves migrated much closer to the surface after the war with the elves, the dwarves did a great job of dealing with these things. But some living dungeons do manage to break to the surface, where they are able to unleash their hell. Fortunately, this living dungeon managed to break to the surface on an island in the Midland Sea. Due to the powerful ritual the first Dragon Emperor cast, it's like the situation with Omen. The monsters can't leave the island of Creel. That being said, the island of Creel, although it has been abandoned, it used to be like a trading post with like a lighthouse and everything to aid ships coming into Newport. It was abandoned due to the arrival of the Living Dungeon. The Living Dungeon itself is rather polite, and that's a quirk as well of Living Dungeons. Living Dungeons have personalities, and those differ depending on the dungeon in question. There's no explaining what system of rules they'll follow. It's a complete aberration. This particular dungeon welcomes adventurers in, and encourages you to tell all of your adventuring friends and enemies to come visit the Living Dungeon of Creel. It follows a system of rules, which it explains to new-coming adventurers, and offers numerous branching paths so that you can explore and have the adventure that you want to have. This veteran adventurer, this paladin, says that he made it off of the first floor, and made it a bit further into the depths. Unfortunately, the rogue in the group attempted to break the rules by picking open a door that was made inaccessible because that was a path the group did not choose. As a result, a lot of punishment appeared as monsters spontaneously teleported in close to the party. The paladin was just able to escape with his life. The rogue did not.
Okay, don't pick doors. Got it.
The dungeon is so kind, in fact, that it almost never blocks your retreat unless you choose to break the rules. As a result, if you encounter a challenge you cannot defeat, you can simply leave. The dungeon resets at midnight, and you can choose another path.
So this living dungeon, is it like, it's certainly a creature, but is it like properly sentient? Does it have like an agenda of sorts?
The adventurer shrugs. Never made it that far to see the dungeon heart.
Dungeon heart?
These living dungeons effectively have what's known as a dungeon heart. Now, how that looks or what it is depends on the living dungeon. But in order to slay the living dungeon, you have to destroy the heart, whatever form it might take.
So this one seems very diplomatic, sort of very nice in a way.
Well, it
Just wants you to come and have a good time in its stomach, right?
Maybe it gains power from having more adventurers in it.
Maybe.
Maybe it's just bored.
The paladin shrugs. At any rate, he hasn't gone back since. he wasn't too interested in that experience. But yes, if you follow the rules, and the veteran adventurer will note that the dungeon appears to be friendly and amenable and accepting of adventurers. Should you violate the rules that are posted, dungeon gets nasty real quick.
So the rules were don't go back and open doors you didn't pick.
Well, I'm sure the rules will be recited to us.
Yes,
unless they change.
he will note that the rules are posted. They might change. The dungeon itself might change. He doesn't know for sure. But one of the rules was definitely, if you choose a path, you can't force yourself onto another path. You have to go outside, wait for the dungeon to reset at midnight, and then do it again.
Alright. And this dungeon, I'm sure, like, spews out monsters or something, because, like, if people actually should leave the island for it.
As far as he's aware, like, them leaving was a precaution. And living dungeons almost always spew out monsters, because they are incredibly dangerous. But in this case, as far as he's aware, like, he didn't fight any monster whenever his group went to the living dungeon. There might be monsters on the island, but he didn't fight any. He had a straight shot, and it's like a 2-hour walk from the shore to the dungeon.
Seems like that's the best dungeon to start with, then.
Definitely. I'd actually probably feel guilty killing it if it's that kind to us.
It sounds like a vacation, not an adventure.
It sounds like a roller coaster ride. It sounds like a theme park.
It'd still make the island unlivable, right? So,
Yes,
yeah.
there was like a trading post area, there's a lighthouse to guide in ships, that's all been abandoned.
So technically, if we kill the dungeon, it's our island.
Trust you, Manaki.
That's how it works.
Yes, that is exactly how it works.
You could just make a deal with the dungeon. We feed it adventurers, and we get use of the island.
Well, I mean, at that point, can't we just do that without making a deal with the dungeon?
I mean,
Like, that's just living there. I think the idea was to, like, have other people live there who could then do stuff because we let them live there, right?
it
Anyway.
certainly does sound like a theme park. Why don't we just build a theme park?
Yeah.
Everything
We
will
have
be
like
fine
a potion
until
shop outside.
everything will be fine until Imperial tax collectors get involved.
It is the perfect place to have like a potion shop, like an armor repair station.
Yeah, you guys just like it would be
Tavern.
like it'd be like Rogue Legacy. Like you create a thing in front of the living dungeon.
And they just keep going down there, and then someone like smashes the dungeon. Be like, no, we have to go and begin faking the dungeon. Like lose our, like kidnap monsters and put them in rooms.
Okay. So there's that information, courtesy of Sheep's GGW6. There's also a relationship that triggers from the Dwarf King 6 that Tempus rolled. And that'll be during the night. Tempus, during the downtime, during the night, you managed to acquaint yourself with a dwarf named Jurek, who is none too fond of his homeland and doesn't see Forgeborn as dwarven servants. He lets slip that there is a dwarven merchant in Newport, Thurl Dural, who is very interested in procuring a Tempus Malleator. He notes a district, and hell, he'll even note a location for you to steer clear from, should you ever go to the city, which you are in right now.
Yeah, I remember old friendly Jurek who gave me that information. That was that's also one of the reasons where I privately message you, Grimith, occasionally, sort of saying, "What district is it I'm supposed to avoid? Or which one is it?"
Yes.
Because I looked at it and all of a sudden I heard his name and I went, "Fucking staying away from him."
Yes. That is That is a strong, emphatic reminder. And I have noted, Thurl Durall, that was the name that was given to you all last week.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
Well, lucky that we didn't go to him for work.
I have marked his 2-story stone building of badass within the guild district.
2-story building of badass. Oh, Jesus.
That's also how it's written when you click on him.
Yes, and you'll even have a portrait of him to look at that you'll be referenced, and it's that portrait that you see whenever you click on the token.
Suspiciously like a sort of pimped out Dirtleford.
So yes, there is a strong, emphatic, multiple underscores, bold, italicized, different colored. That dude. And yes, if you had visited him last session, there would have been lots of fun. Good thing you didn't.
See, like, part of me, would have said Tempus will actually just say he has business to attend and will steer away from it. I'd let the group do it itself. But another part of me went, I actually want to see what happens.
Nothing good.
You're a dangerous man, Gryph. You've said that twice now. I was like, don't you...
Yes. There is a 6 from the priestess. A package arrives for Leon by courier, courtesy of Father Beridian of Foghaven. It's an apology letter. Salvatore Crane had blackmailed the priest, threatening to sell the land out under the homes of others and have them evicted, unless Beridian fell in line at the trial. He's pretty upset by what he did, and he has sent along with the courier 2 champion tier healing potions.
Wow.
I'll mark those down.
Now, champion tier healing potions, instead of having, whenever you use a recovery, it's a plus 1d8, it's a recovery plus 2d8, and the hit point cap is 60, not 30.
I personally would say one of them should probably go to Thomas at least. And the reason I say that
how
is...
much are they? Can we purchase them or buy?
We are given them.
They're 100 gold pieces each, normally. And this Newport, you could buy them if you chose to do so here in Newport.
If they are 100 gold pieces each, I'm going to buy 3 of them.
All the money.
Alright.
Healing potions are useful.
So I have 2 in my back pocket and you have 3.
Yeah, they are really useful.
They are champion tier items for you adventure tier. They don't take up chakras. It's just overdosing yourself on magic that is superior to your body, as I did note last session, could result in consequences.
How much does it take to overdose?
You don't know. You've never tried.
I'd rather overdose on healing potions than die from not getting healing.
But adventurer tier potions are half the cost, carry no drawback, and I mean, how likely are you to hit that 30 hit point cap anyway whenever you use a recovery?
But 2d8 instead of 1d8. I'll just buy them now and keep them for the future. I'm also going to buy 1 more normal one, leaving me at 23 gold pieces.
That's an investment right there, people.
Investment in life.
How we've been doing it up to this point.
You're-
Spend all the money we got.
Yes.
Hope we earn more.
Yes. that doesn't sound like a problem at all. So yes, Dark's 6 from the Priestess gives you 2 champion tier healing potions at no cost, and you can divide those however you see fit. And then finally, Dark's Lich King 5.
Oh god.
You are able to get in touch with a shadowy benefactor whose face you can never quite catch, who addresses himself as he's there representing a third party who has interests here in Newport, like the Heights, and interests in other areas around the world. He is willing to offer you 400 gold pieces each, plus transportation, if the party delivers the Orb of Storms to him, it, unclear.
Nope.
What? I guess we don't know.
Nope. We're giving it to.
That's the only other offer you're getting.
Oh. But could we accept both?
Sure.
No.
That's not a problem to me. Go ahead and accept both. You can pick from two ships.
Gryph, aren't you curious as to what would happen when we screw over the Lich King? It's not like he's our friend anyway.
Wait, so we'd be screwing over the Lich King?
Well, yeah, we give the orb to the mage guy.
Good. As long as we give it to the good guy, but 400 gold is a lot of money to take from each.
Yes.
To take from the Lich King. That's a lot.
That's a total of 2,000 gold pieces your party would be paid by this guy.
And I mean, it's not like this guy it's gonna hurt us, right?
I mean, why are we even discussing this?
I mean, we could just ignore him.
Sheep, what do you think we should do? Because that's not clear from what you said.
I think that giving an incredibly potent, powerful, incredibly rare artifact to the Lich King or one of his servants might be a terrible idea.
Well, we never actually do it. We just take the money and not do it.
And that would be equally as bad, because then we would actively piss him off instead of just passively doing it as we have been doing.
It's not like the Lich King is gonna care. He's out on that island. He has bigger things to deal with than us.
You know, maybe we shouldn't. Just saying.
Besides, if they get mad, we have the Orb of Storms, so...
Do you know how to use it?
Seems like I'm downvoted here.
In and out of character, I think it's a terrible idea, and why are we even talking about it?
I don't 400 gold pieces a lot.
It's free money. If we don't find anything down there, we just got paid for nothing.
Yeah, you would have a much harder time convincing him that you didn't find anything as opposed to Lord Taraptus.
See, we just don't come back here afterwards. We just take the money and sail to Dragonheart.
Fuckhaven.
Practice and go, by the way, we've sent something by courier.
Yeah. The Lich King said hi, so we're leaving.
But aren't you guys interested in helping the Archmage anyway? So why don't you want to give the orb to Lord Taraptus?
We do.
I do. Taraptus gets it. That's also my 5.
Yeah, I would do that, but yeah, sure.
It might be my 5, but I'm not even supporting this.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Leon isn't supporting it, then
I mean, it would complicate things, but think of the gold though.
No.
I thought it would, and that's where I'm turning to the Lord.
I never get the 5s.
If you get the 5, you'd have a 6.
So the guy will offer me 2,000 gold to give.
So Manaki, you got a 5, and you give it to an
The
agent
High
of the
Druid wants it so bad that she will burn down her own forest. I'd probably take that. Oh.
Okay.
Well, I guess if Leon doesn't say anything, I wouldn't even know about it.
So, Leon would be the one who would know the connections that this individual would have.
I mean, Leon wouldn't even have to say that it might be related to the Lich King. He could be like, "Oh, I found another party who was offering us 400 gold pieces."
That's true. Metagame, you would most certainly know, but this character would get in contact with Leon. Due to Leon's conflicted relationship with the Lich King.
It's a very awkward situation.
Yes.
Well, if it's just some adventurers, then I don't want to screw them over. Let's just take the Archmage's deal. He's much better able to handle an artifact like that.
I'm okay with that.
Imagine Leon would at least come back to say, look, I got someone conversed with us, said they had an offer for us, they knew where we're heading, and shared that. Tempus would be like, no, something sounds seedy with that.
Leon will
go.
That.
Let's go with the guy that A, we know his name, B, we know where he is, C, all of us saw him.
I mean, these undead people are obviously going to be standing outside the dungeon when we come out, right?
Maybe.
You're like, so, what did you find in there?
Nothing?
If they do, we can always teleport back.
So we didn't find godly, wonderful items.
Instead of deciding who to give the orb to, we take a campaign loss.
But we keep the. That's when you find out the orb can't be teleported. Oh shit!
No, it just falls out through your hands.
And that's 2 campaign
And
losses.
in the academy just screaming like, ah! What happened? We gave the orb to the Lich King and didn't even get paid. And we spent the teleportation amulet. You idiots! You don't know the artifacts can't be teleported?
No, we do!
That'd be, yeah. Valuable lesson.
You don't know. You've never had an artifact in your hands before.
So guys, I learned something
don't try and
today.
find out. I think that's a good idea.
Let's never find out. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to.
You know,
I really don't want to have that happen. That'd be terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh well. So it sounds like we're gonna take Raptors up on his offer.
I
Yes.
think so.
the other offer is going under the bus.
Just like Manakai's hopes and dreams for money.
Yes.
Money!
Well, maybe they will know next time to come to me.
Think of all the gold!
I'll
Gold.
take
know-
your money and then not do what I promised.
I have more priority than money.
But he's offering double what the Archmage Lord Taraptus is offering.
He should have offered triple.
Should have gone to here and been like 2,000 gold under the table for you. If you take the fucking thing and give it to me. You were like, yeah, I'll do that, and then not do it. But he'd be 2,000 gold richer.
Should have offered triple. Fucking 2,000 gold pieces is a massive fortune.
We could live for a year.
A year? You could fucking live the rest of your lives on that.
Think of that at the end. Does it really matter what happens with the Empire?
People don't get paid that much. Alright. Well, a day will pass. Then you tell Lord Taraptus that you'll accept the offer and you'll get paid 200 gold pieces each. In transportation, he'll contract out a small vessel that can take you to the island of Creel and wait there for you. That won't be too much of a problem.
That's a lot.
Yes, and if there's any purchasing choices that you would like to make before you head out,
I mean,
I'm going to do that.
apart from the actual useful items, I would assume that we all buy typical adventuring equipment like torches and rope and tents.
You shouldn't assume that. What do you want to purchase?
The
I
general
want to purchase
adventure equipment?
torches and ropes and tent.
Okay. Torches, rope, and tent.
So now we really get into the thick of all these things, like tons of crap.
Page 57, core rulebook for prices.
Well, let's look up and see what's done there. Like a bag of marbles, a bottle of acid,
Or a grappling hook, yes.
like
Balls.
an little rules of.
And a large mirror.
You don't have a large mirror?
Oh, 57. I was at 47. I was confused.
Yes, there's no bottles of acid. A bag of marbles. How smooth do you want the marbles?
Really?
That matter?
It doesn't matter.
If you pay a copper, it's a bag of rocks.
Is it? Well, I mean, you could buy
I mean, they need to be able to roll.
you can buy a bag of smoothly polished stones for say 2 gold pieces.
I kind of want them to be round enough to roll.
Yeah,
so.
that'll be sufficient for 2 gold pieces.
Right, sure. I'll pay 2 gold pieces for that.
25 gold pieces for a magnifying glass. Wow.
That's so cheap.
Alright, how much rope do we have? I remember a lot of us purchased a lot of rope.
I have 50 foot of good rope personally.
I have no rope.
Let's see, what else could we... Candy, yes.
Ladders? I I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a troll who wants candy, right?
The only way to solve this
Can't
puzzle
assume
the
all
best
this.
is to give this troll candy.
I can buy 2 large tabby cats in Horizon. That's not much good to us out in Newport.
I'd like to buy a bottle of good wine. Okay, that DM? 1 silver, it says on the second page.
Sure.
I want to buy a set of extremely well balanced, ever so slightly cheaty dice.
Okay, you can spend 35 gold pieces for that.
Yes, I'm purchasing that.
So we're using it on the boat trip, I assume.
I'm
Yes.
obviously gonna need.
A riding dog.
I mean, I guess, do we have the standard traveling gear? Yeah.
That would
I
be
mean-
something that you would start with standard, yes.
Yeah.
Good. So.
Yes.
Leon, can we share a tent?
2 blankets.
Yes.
Seems like something we could have.
Sure, that could be 1 gold piece for 2 wool blankets.
Yes, that is why I bought 2.
Aha, that way you don't have to do the decimals.
There we go. I really don't want to spend another 2 hours min-maxing my adventuring equipment.
Now, how much is lantern oil?
It's
Yeah,
that's for 4 hours. It's 1 silver piece.
Yes. 1 silver piece for 4 hours.
That's not a lot. Alright, sure. So let's buy. Let's buy 4 hours.
And
worth.
as you guys are going on a dungeon crawl, this is,
I'm gonna get my thieves'
We're not
tools
going to be able to buy
adventurer.
stuff when we're there.
Get my thieves' tools.
alright.
Actually, going to buy like 3 times
I
4.
should buy 3 thieves' tools? I don't think they stack.
That'd be nice, though.
Just like in
I mean, you
bed
never know
with
when you're
these
going to
tools.
need all this stuff, right? Pipeweed, for example.
Oh, we could pool all of our money and spend it all on bodyguards.
Manaki, you owe me 50 gold, so where do I? Let's see. Where's the bodyguard? I'm curious.
That is services per day.
Oh wow! I could buy for 1 day. I could have 10 soldiers.
They're not leaving
God
the
dogs,
city.
huh?
Oh wait a second.
It's like 10 soldiers. We need you to come with us into the living dungeon.
I could
No.
hire. No, we could hire a moneylender.
That's a weird person to hire. So many things that we could need. Like, how do we buy? Can we buy a folding ladder? That'd be really useful. Probably.
Like a Mary Poppins ladder.
A
Like when you get to the
folding ladder. No, the ladder is folding. That doesn't sound like a thing.
Interesting weapons. What?
Well, I think I'm good with what I needed there. But the rest of you all have rope, at least. Probably gonna let Pony stay in this place.
Okay, sure.
You can probably stay at the inn or something.
You can keep them at the Arcane College. They won't charge you for it.
You can have a room.
Just a pony.
I know he just said a room.
We'll throw that into the 200 gold pieces plus transportation offer.
I'll only accept your deal if my horse gets room.
Interesting weapons. A dungeon-ready combat dagger with rose sawing edge.
Yes, this is also a situation where purchasing food, like rations, wouldn't be a bad idea. You would have to either, like, attempt to hunt on the small island or eat monsters.
Or attempt to fish, but we all know how well that would go.
Probably gonna get the 10 rations as well. That's a good idea. Grimith's not really equipped to. Well, actually, he wouldn't be terrible at that. Sort of foraging.
I mean, eating monster corpses could grant you all intrinsics. You could gain resistances of all kinds by eating them.
Damn it, Tempus doesn't eat. Fuck. Damn it, I found a fatal flaw in the Forgeborn.